Good day, good love, and good way, illuminators and way showers. This is Wendy with Languages of Lights. And let me begin this walk of gratitude by thanking you, all of you, individually and collectively, for being in this now, in this here, in this way with me, in every now that you've been here with me. To all of you, I thank you. Those of you that watch and comment and who have been with me, whether it's been your first video or 500 videos ago, I'm feeling extremely grateful today for, well, many, many, many things. And I begin by being so grateful to you and being with me in these woods. And it's hard to believe it's been 2 years only, and I'm grateful for the moment I heard the message in these woods. Are you ready? And I'm grateful for the moment I said yes, and everything that has happened before that, since then. And you are all a part of that. Every one of you that come and visit this place, this sacred space with me, these languages, you are being thanked as well for being awake and open to newer dimensions of understanding. I'm feeling grateful for waking up. I'm feeling grateful for every job I've ever loved and hated, every situation that I ever thought was challenging, difficult, painful, wonderful, ecstatic. I'm being grateful for every moment for a variety of different reasons, and I'm grateful now for this time to be able to ground my energy and walk in these woods. As many of you know, I'm moving, I'm relocating, and so I'm feeling especially grateful for this place that helped me wake up. And I hope those that follow in my footsteps and raise a family of their own in my home, that they too feel this energy, this gratitude that I've left here, this place that I have connected to in ways that I can't even begin to explain to you. I thank my human colony family for it is that family that I discovered my galactic connections, light languages. So thank you, Jim and Max, and all of you that have been with me on this journey from that very moment. So it is in these times when major changes abound in our lives that we truly begin to see what's important and really embrace every circumstance and situation, person, place, job, everything as the stepping stone to opening our hearts, our awareness, our multi-levelness, our multi-dimensionality, And how synchronistic. Is this the balloon? Interesting. A couple years ago, I did a video for Human Colony's birthday, and I think it was their year birthday, and I had done a video. I had stumbled across this mylar balloon that said happy birthday here in the woods, and I purposely left it here, which I know is probably not a great thing for Gaia, but I purposely left this here, and now I'm actually walking right back by it again. Reminding me of what a grateful day that was, that I had found yet another family. I had found my human galactic family, which connected to me to my star galactic families, and I was just weeping in gratitude. And here again I come across this balloon, and this time I'm going to take it with me so I don't leave it here in the woods. But it's days like that when the synchronicities hit you and you realize you're really, really on the right path. When that inside of you just awakens, when you know your truth, when you feel your truth, you hear your truth, whether it's in these languages or these messages. My beautiful Rose has been around me a lot the last few days. There have been a lot of connections for me lately with roses and the name Rose. And I know she's here with me. We actually have somebody in our family named Rose that had made her transition as well, so I feel her energy with us here as well. And I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am for Ranger. The adventures of Wendy the Wanderer, because I wonder about everything. The whole world is a wonder to me. And Ranger the Explorer, my fellow companion. He's been with me we've been together, I should say, for 5 years now. He's 5. And I have to wonder if we haven't walked pretty much every inch of the woods that are at least accessible and that are not private property. This is all designated wetlands, so nothing can be built here. This is all preserved. And you can feel the indigenous energies here, the peoples, if you will, the energies of parallel realities here. They're always sending me the sacred geometry, messages, symbols. I'm grateful to be aware of numerology, geometry, sacred geometry, circuitry, being aware of all these things now. Always having been aware of it, but yet now finally confirming that knowing, that confirmation when you know something to be true for you and it strums the very core of you. It completely rocks your world. My world has been just an explosion of energy and entities and rememberings, and there's so much more I long to share with everyone. And new places, new walks of gratitude. Wondering about everything. exploring the multiverse with all of you is the most exciting thing for me. The joy is immeasurable. And my life, like everyone's lives, have been filled with families and tragedies and decisions and challenges. Leaving our home of 27 years that we raised our family in, and I thought I would have this home forever. But like many things that no longer serve us, we must know that everything was perfect, is perfect. Every memory we conjure is now. Everything we think was past is now. The future is all now. We create the future right now. And the trees speak to me. They speak to all of us. Everything is energy. Everything that was the message I received that day. Are you ready to share the languages of lights? Because everything speaks a language of light. Everything is light, and everything has a unique language. Everything. Everything emits a unique energy, a unique song, a unique sound. And sometimes I'm not sure if I'm singing to them, if they're speaking to me, if they're speaking through me. Sometimes it's difficult to tell. And it's as if there's this alchemy of energy between us, that we're like one energy, that there is no separation between my energy and their energy. And sometimes it's both. It's a conversation. They're speaking to me, I'm speaking to them. We're going back and forth, having a conversation, speaking back and forth to each other. Many times I start to hear the sounds, the languages, the songs, and I know that they're speaking to me. They are getting my attention. They're always there talking. It's where our focus is. It's where our focus is at any given moment. So if our focus is on something else, we can't hear them. Just like if you're focused on something and someone walks in the room and they can talk to you and you don't hear them, and they can say your name or speak loudly to you 3 or 4 times before you actually come out of it and hear them. So it's like that. It's when we are not focused, when we're not listening, we can't hear them. It's only when we're inviting and then stopping to hear and listen. So it's a mixture of all of those things. And nature, animals, flowers, plants, all of the water, especially being in the water, by the water. Some of my strongest channeling happened in the beginning when I was in the shower, because we're water. We're mostly water, and the earth is primarily water, and life is water. Water is life. Therefore, many people I've spoken to, and even people who are not necessarily what I would call even into channeling or even understand any of that, say isn't it strange how they seem to hear a lot of information and messages when they're in the shower. So once you're open and non-resistant to it is when you actually hear it. And that's when many people hear it in the showers, because they're completely non-resistant, completely, as you know, you've got no clothing on, we are in our purest state. And if we can remember to be more present at that time instead of ruminating over other things, and simply allow ourselves to be in the quiet of the shower and of the moment, and not worrying about yesterday or tomorrow or our day or anything else, the million other things that go through our monkey minds. If we can allow ourselves to just be quiet and open, that's when you hear. And so it's kind of a two-way conversation almost all the time. It's, for me, there's, even now I've been so busy and packing and being in a dusty basement, and my throat's really scratchy from all of that. And I'm feeling just, I haven't been able to really be in my normal routine. And so I'm finding myself feeling the effects of not having this quiet time and this listening time, if you will. So I find that the shower is the only time I have for that. And I have every single day, I have the most profound channeled information, conversations, revelations. The connections sometimes are so intense. It's so emotional. It's not unusual that for most of the days that it's an incredibly emotional experience for me, and always has been, even the very first time that it happened to me, when I was acutely aware in the shower that I was having a channeling event, that somebody was actually speaking to me, and that it was real and it was happening. And it was so emotional for me, I couldn't breathe for the reality and the knowing of it and the validation of it. And everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone. I was surprised that not many, that I hadn't, even in my own spiritual circle, hadn't even come across people who had these types of strong emotional responses to these languages and channeling, and the same types of emotional responses I've had since I was a kid, when it came to listening to music or hearing a specific thing, seeing a particular piece of art. A great many things invoked a great deal of emotion in me that I simply just did not understand until now. And now I understand. It was the deep, intuitive connection, knowing that I now know I've always been psychic, if you will, intuitive. I prefer intuitive, seeing things, hearing things, understanding things, experiencing things before they happened. Dreams that, lucid dreams where I knew that now I remember I'm getting breakthroughs of dreams that I had probably 20 years ago that I've remembered ever since I had the dream. And now they're showing me that every bit of it had to do with now, because of course everything is now. And it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, and it's actually warming up a little bit here. We're even starting to get some of our spring bulbs popping up. Excuse me, my throat's really dusty. So I just wanted to thank everybody, and once again, thank you all for your patience. I know I have not been able to answer comments. I've barely had time to get out and make a video, so I'm really feeling I'm feeling good about getting this energy out. And I take a walk every day, but to ground and just reconnect with my heart, reconnect with my gratitude, reconnect with everything that I can't focus on, while we're focusing on the tasks at hand, if you will. And we all have tasks at hand where we have lives. That's why we're here, to live 3D lives. The idea is, how do we take this energy, this knowing, these light languages, this information, these channelings, and take this to another level and bring it into your everyday life and transform how we think, how we feel, how we act, how we love, how we express ourselves and our joys, how we show love, how we're not showing love. And really, I'm one of these people who really doesn't believe in, I experience regret, and yet I put it away right away, because I realize that now regret is telling the universe that everything wasn't exactly the way it needed to be when it needed to be. And that is always going to be the case. Everything is always going to be in perfect timing for us. And I now completely and utterly understand and am aware and agree that everything in my life that I considered the worst experience of my life, and I've had a pretty dysfunctional life, like many people growing up, and yet intended at a very, very young age, manifested what I wanted in my life by intention, determination, vision, belief. And belief was the biggest challenge, yet it was the mechanism. The belief in knowing that everything I wanted, I could manifest one way or the other. Now, if I knew then what I knew now, I know I could have manifested it faster. But that's okay too, because I had to know that and learn that in order to appreciate and be in this kind of gratitude that I am now. The kind of gratitude that I can walk up to a tree and put my hand on it and weep in gratitude. That kind of awareness, where I can look at these vines and I can hear the birds sing and watch season after season as things make their debut and go back to sleep for winter. I can now see every one of these as a miracle. Every time, every person, every place, every one of you. Every one of you leaves your energy with me just by watching, just by being more aware of you, of who you are, of your own multidimensionality, of helping us all to find the love within ourselves. The self-acceptance, because until we are fully in a place of self-gratitude and self-acceptance, we can't bloom into those beautiful roses that we are. We stay tight. We stay all furled up. Gratitude dissolves fear, dissolves anger, dissolves anguish. It creates passion. It creates creativity. Energy of the same creates energy of the same. That is one of the laws of existence. What you put out is what you get back. That's exactly what that means. Whatever frequency you're rendezvousing in is exactly the frequency of your creation you will experience. And once we accept that and own that and take power over that, there's nothing that can stop you. Nothing. And it hasn't been, it's been a really rough few weeks. Challenging, and physically and mentally and even spiritually. So you're not alone. Believe me, my life isn't all all roses. But I've made it a point to find the garden, find the roses among all the thorns, because at the end of the day, as I leave this place, that's all I remember are the roses. I don't even remember the thorns. Truly, that's all I remember. And I just love the signs Spirit leaves me. I walk across this big giant letter A, and I see so many things in it every single time. It's angels and the Arcturians, and it's an arrow pointing me in the right direction. It's the letter A. It's a triangle. It's so many things to me depending on what day I pass over it. Each one has its own meaning because we get to choose the meaning. We get to choose the meaning of everything. And that is the beauty of our free will. And once again, I really had not intended on making a video because I really just needed to get out and get some fresh air and breathe and ground, but it came over me, this gratitude, and I thought of Will. Thanks, Will, Reiki with Will, and his 21-day challenge of gratitude. So gratitude with Will. So get out there and put out to the universe your own gratitude. What are you grateful for? Put it out to the world. Put it somewhere. Tell yourself. Tell a friend. Post it online. What are you feeling grateful for today? This is a vision of gratitude for me. So I'm going to have a little sit with my forest friends here. Even got some nice fungi friends. I always think of the fairies when I'm in here. It's like they're playing on all the logs. I had a little drink of my my lemon tea. You can see Ranger through the trees. He loves exploring with me. We both needed some time outside. Excuse me. So thank you all for being here today. Sharing my walk of gratitude and my world of wonder with my Ranger, the Explorer. And I leave you with this blessing from me and from our galactic families, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, thank you all for being here today in this way, in this now. In your own perfection, may you see the beauty flowering within you. May you see perfection in the reflection of each encounter, of each place and space and symbol and sign. Each number meant just for you to see, just when you need to see it. The sacred geometry activating you just when you need it. Yala kasia wakatea shanera katea. Sakura semi wahala ke maloraka ya niawa. Ela kita tia nania manalora ayana nana kia tatisho. Sekura somo loronga ya satashi himalani na satora somala hinana. Shekia tasi ilahina nana kakora yisa. Shumukura se ikia nana li halalaya malaukwa. Shonu kaya etiti kia satashano ya rekosa pila halanana. Poko hatashoha. Sokura se balonka yara li la lia maloko ya la kotoroso. Shakura se boroso na yu balonko ya imbalaketa. Entara si mayuwahi kia tashno. Paketa enea mayawala hilora. Etura sumuko e tiki ala sito sayamako. Tekora setu koali halali. Lomora ke atahima wakahatati. Sekora simila alaimba karila. Langoya risi. Sekora simbuku shaki ambagora risela yandara sela ngera sora kache. Seku ama alehina seto sopoloko satake. Teki resina niana wala kipo. Kurambekelahi, Lehalinian